Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to War Hospital, episode 17. We're approaching the end of chapter 2, but we still have 2 battles till we get there. We're already considered strong for both, but I still don't know how that plays out battle by battle. Do you lose that manpower at the front? Can you become less strong battle by battle as things go? With that, I've got 2 power going to the front. Really not committing much when we already have the thumbs up that we're good. But again, there's that caveat. So, what we're doing instead is we have 29 power heading towards military contracts. Because we have a 100% morale right now. Things are looking really good. They might not be looking as good here with the battle coming in the next hour or so. We also have 3 trains coming in the next 6 hours. But in the short term, we do have a major shortage. We are completely out of supplies, and we're down to just 5 chemical supplies themselves. But we're also reaching the end of the chapter. We're back to a positive balance. I mean, over 100, well over 100. But we're back to gaining from where that Spanish flu just decimated us. We've recovered from that and are looking pretty dang strong. With a fight coming, though, it's time to reassess our medic teams. The cemetery has been working hard, awaiting burial still over 100, but that is so much less a concern. It's a weird one. Like, there should be a consequence for us having 104 awaiting burial, even if it's 60 civilians. That's a different matter, is it not? But anyway, let's not get into that part. What we have is kind of a weird scenario of they require you to have 1, but beyond that, what's the point? We're going to open up 24-hour shifts for the medic teams. We're going to rest these guys and these guys, and most of them to the front, and let's see who's the least tired to the front. Okay, advanced dressing station getting 8 medic teams, giving them just enough time, about an hour for everyone to head out and get up there. Casualty clearing station at minimum operating for now. There's 16 of them. Surgery ward, we do have 1 waiting. Ta-da! We don't have a massive string of civilians that are in. We have finally broken that Spanish flu. We've gotten beyond it. There's our second depot, finally. We're going to send a truck. We have 1 available. This is going to give us supplies. That's very good. 27 hours. We're not going to get it till the end of the chapter. But we have cleared all of the scout events for the chapter. Now we have the supplies as our first train came in, but there's another one in just over an hour. But that gets us back on task with making those supplies that we need. We are getting pretty short on everything, but with the end of the chapter being just over a day and a half from now, there isn't much that you have to deal with, right? We're pretty close to the end.
Artillery bombardment to the dugouts!
Here we go, folks. Opening with an artillery bombardment. The attack is on. There's at least a little variation in the attack animation. I'd like there to be more variation in that, but the battle is done. We have succeeded, and we're already still showing that we are strong for that next one, and we are already showing 18 wounded in the trenches, 1 deceased, not counted against us, but that is someone that they're going to have to deal with. As we take a look, you can see that there are numerous wounded headed towards the trenches on their own. So 16 on this edge. We have, it looks like 6 in the center portion of the trenches, and we are at 8 here, and there's our medics already coming in. Numerous teams to the right, and it looks like to center, already pulling back a wide number of them. So doing really well on that part. And it looks like we have a count of 26 that we're going to have to deal with. As far as things go, that's pretty minor. 8 medic teams can take care of that pretty rapidly, but again, it's 2 stages. You got to get them out of the trenches to the ADS, and then you got to get them from the ADS back. But we do have the ambulances to help with that task now. And we have a doctor that has leveled up. It's one of our chemical ward physicians. It's his first level up. That's good. We have significantly better. Wow, those military drafts up to 61, highest we've seen it, I believe. We've also recovered. Oh, there goes 5 of them as we begin a new surgery, and here comes the first ambulance coming back from the front. We're already counting this one down to 21 wounded at the trenches, and ambulances are coming in, helping us out with this, though there's a team, for whatever reason, on their own, making a run. 0 losses so far. Good start to the day. And a lot of surgeries ongoing. Morale's already maxed out, so we'll take the shorter rehab. Oh, morale is 99% from that one casualty that was not our fault, that didn't count against us. But with only 1 medic team and a bunch of surgeries that they just launched, our 1 medic team is going to have their hands full for a little bit, and getting these patients into the CCS is going to be tricky. We're definitely still short at least 1 medic team. You know, if you look at it, we can now max out the ADS and we can get that 1 at the cemetery, but getting enough help at the CCS has been tricky. But hey, look at this. We now have a recovered crew. They're still exhausted, but I think we can leave them in place a little bit longer on their own. 6 wounded have been brought to the ADS. We're down to 17 in the trenches. We're making quick work of things at this stage. Really impressed with the turnaround from where we were handling this to where we are now. And even with 2 active medic teams, we're not handling three active medic teams. We're not handling the CCS hardly at all at the moment. Extremely exhausted is a little too close to collapse for my liking. Down to 2 hours on the rest there. Another positive event. Our exhausted crew beginning their brief rest. That's about all we're going to give them. And are we going to make it to another? No, it's another completed surgery. So still not reaching the ambulances. We've literally pulled 1 patient out of the ambulances so far. So as much as we've gotten help from our medic teams here, the ADS is kind of a weird one because you add and lose the count as the medic teams are on the move. So really, if there's 8 teams and there's, say, 2 returning, there's 6 actively carrying patients right now. So really, it's 24 plus 6, but no, that one just saw it go from 11 to 13. I don't know. Maybe at the same time, another one was grabbed out of there, and it says 23. That already adds up to 24. And is it counting the ones in the ambulances? As the nurse has leveled up, she's already gotten all positives. To an extent, this is it. This is all we have to deal with, because this next battle is the end of the chapter, and is what we've already learned with chapter number 1. Those patients, chapter ends right after the attack, so we don't actually end up dealing with those patients themselves. Let's take the decreased cost there. So in reality, the battle we just did and these casualties should be about it on what we have to deal with for the remainder of this particular chapter. So far we are perfect on the day, but we know that that count's going to change, especially when we've literally only managed to get a single patient from the front back to the CCS so far. Looks like they could be headed for the next one. No, They're bypassing. They're bypassing once again 3 crews and not able to do anything here. Still keeping a close eye. They are recovered, so get them back into the CCS. A little bit longer on this one. We'll have to pull them out, but we're down to 5 in the trenches, 14 waiting on medic teams. It's getting better on that part, but we've got to get them out of there soon, and this cemetery crew is going to need a rest. We're going to be cutting it kind of close on finishing that up. And there we go. There's the casualties beginning. So as much progress as we've made to get them back fast, they're still pulling wounded out of the trenches. And they're still trying to get them to us. And the most serious cases never made it to the CCS, as it is. But we do finally have medic crews starting to clear the ambulances. Trauma ward is all the earliest patients. They're fine. They're good. All right, so we have a new VIP, a couple new positive events, shorter rehab. Morale at 98, by the way, even though we just lost 4. I'm wondering if some of those were in the ambulances. Oh, it's another civilian. The chemical medicine supplies are all we are really short of. 2 ways to kind of deal with that. I think we can change what we're trying to do here. Let's take our extra crew and bump them on down there so we can get some extra work on that. We're not on the verge of collapse. We're doing okay. We're down to just 2 in the trenches. So we'll be able to shift those workers down here in just a moment. All right, we're now extremely exhausted on the pair of them. We're going to move 1 to the cemetery, and that brings us down to 6 crews to finish up. But there's only 1 left in the trenches and just 12 waiting on medic teams. I think we're going to actually just go ahead and start shifting another. So down to 5 there, and that'll bring us to 4 at the CCS. Counts have gone up, and most, actually all of our new patients are regular general surgery ward. And you can see we have a couple terminal ones, serious ones. These are ones that normally we would lose, but we finally have a chance at saving them. But I don't know if we're going to be able to save all of them. We'll find out here. Yes, the terminal ones are going to make it. That's phenomenal. The one worry, though, is the medicine supplies. We're up to 66 military contracts. I think maybe I need to help us out. Just like that, things at the ADS are largely under control. The ambulances and all those additional medic teams making such a massive, massive difference. Yes, we lost 4, but I mean, come on. We lost like 30 a couple battles ago. We lost 20. The last battle, this is significantly better. We've lost 4. We're not done yet. We're not in the clear yet, but again, we saved 2 resources. Wonderful stuff there. We're out. I mean, we are completely wiped clean of the chemical resources. Let's go ahead and check our assignments. Still just general exhaustion and resting, so giving them a chance, but close to collapse. Gotta come out of there. Bring that exhausted one over. The rehab center does not need the bonuses necessarily. The casualty clearing station does need bonuses. Like, we don't want terminal patients dying on us, but 9 patients awaiting decision. Most of them are new. Okay, surgery ward. 5 new patients. All are good. We're not going to lose any of them. We're already operating on the ones that were terminal. We lost 1 more, and this one was during operation. So we have had a negative operation. Pulling those nurses out has lowered the bonus, and just like that, we lost somebody. Decreased cost, again, helping us with those resources. We're only at just 4. They're not really keeping up. The other areas are running thin. But again, at the end of the chapter, doesn't matter. It refills for the new chapter. So at the end of that first chapter, I was concentrating on trying to build up resources, and it turns out that it didn't matter. It wasn't necessary at all. Wow, look at that. ADS is already almost completely cleared. We're looking at just 2 patients left, and 2 medic teams are grabbing them, so it looks like we're not even going to bother with this last ambulance. ADS cleared. cleared already. Extremely exhausted, you're going to go rest. Extremely exhausted, you're going to go rest. You're going to go ahead and join them. And then we're going to start shifting them and back to a 12-hour shift for you. Oh, those supplies are actually getting kind of low too. They are getting kind of low as we get down to this final stretch here. But that's it. That's the final patients. We have 23 left at CCS with everything else completely cleared. So let's give these final hoorah. We got 8 new patients, it looks like. Chemical ward is new patients, things changing in status, probably with nurses shifting around. They are terminal, and I'm not sure how we get in any faster. They're not going to make it. That's one patient that will die. Will a 4-hour one, a 3-hour one make it? No. Can we move them anywhere else? We can. Rehab center. That's a lot. We don't need anyone at the front. Everyone's going to HQ, and morale is very high. And this is something that carries over. The morale doesn't carry over. The trench strength doesn't carry over. But those military contracts sure do. We already have 30 more power coming. It looks like we're going to top 40. 42. Beautiful. 300! We have saved 300 for the chapter. We have seen over 400. We got 22 left, so we're going to come up a little shy of 500 patients seen in this chapter, assuming that there's no big incident that's going to bring us a lot of new one. But we're seeing new patients come in right now. So via train from other parts of the front, as always, we're getting that wave of extra patients coming in. So just as it's like, okay, we've got this, we're under control, we're gonna be fine, suddenly they're like, oh wait, no, hold on, hold the phone, let me give you some more difficulties along the way. See, this one's not gonna make it now. No, they will if we push back the rest, cut that short by 2 hours. They will make it. Just where this one was under control, now we've got a new serious patient coming in. With 3 engineers back on task, we're back at 10 hours, which means I think the upgrade can finish, but the CCS is filling up quick. There's a lot to do, and supplies. 18, 9, and 4. We've just wiped out our supplies. So trying to get through this last little 19 hours till the final attack. Well under a day now. For now, we're holding firm with just that 5 losses. 4 of them directly from the front, just 4 this time. ADS is clear. Oh my gosh, crew. Hello, people. Hello, I'm so sorry. Let's give you a rest, and you a rest. Engineers are doing fine. The 4th engineer will be back in action in about 3 minutes. And we've got a nurse who has leveled up, and she's got negatives, so this would be good. We can get rid of Insomniac. 5 additional patients. Kind of the last wave that we got in there. We have 2 active operations. We have 3 more operations at the moment, though. We are fresh out of chemical supplies, but 3 operations is not much. In time, we'll get there. This is a worry, though. We have 49 used. 3 of them have already been taken, but you know, after that, 17 is nowhere near 49. So we definitely have a problem on our hands for trying to get enough supplies the rest of the way. I'm feeling like I need to order supplies to help us out, but I'm trying to let our engineers, you know, take care of it for us. I'm giving in to the temptation. We are going to spend contracts for a small amount of supply to help us out. Trauma medicine is oh no, chemical medicine is the one that's actually going to be okay. It's the trauma medicine that was short by quite a bit. The surgical supplies, amazingly, are even shorter here. So we're going to spend 12. We're up to 97. I mean, come on. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. 8 for chemical supplies. I know we'll get that. We'll get that covered. So I'm not as worried about that. But this will give us 15 surgical and 10 trauma supplies to help us out. That's going to take 4 hours to get here, though. But it's going to help us cover off what's left. I'm hoping, out of all these large number of positive events, I'm hoping that we're going to get a few more. The last about 5 in a row, none of them have provided us any savings. There's like 6 in a row now with no savings, no boosts to what you have. Let's check our staff again. These guys are good to go. So far today, 35 saved and just 5 lost. Just 4 in the trenches, just 1 on the table. An amazing plus 30. But there it is. Surgical supplies are down to 2, trauma supplies at 6, and chemical supplies are wiped clean. As we have another doctor, a regular surgeon, checking in on patient status, what we could do, because again we have that supply shortage. We're down to needing 6 for the chemical supplies and just 2 more waiting to start operations. Trauma ward, see, now we've had enough of a delay already that we are likely going to lose our last couple of patients. So it's an entirely possible thing that we're going to be losing at least a couple more. Meanwhile, the surgery ward, minus 35. But wasn't it just minus 49? I mean, it's already significantly better than it was. We are producing supplies fast enough, and at the moment anyway, it looks like we have the chance of saving all of them. So 16 out of 18, 20 out of 22 expected to be saved, as here comes an ambulance. Nothing at the ADS, it's just one stray. And we get our first negative event of the episode. Increased cost. Funny. Longer operation. Oh, funny. Ignore the risk. Continue the procedure. New patient. Chemical ward. That's good. This is the area that was closest to having it covered. Both of these are waiting for enough supply, though, to be able to start. Another level up. Medic team with a negative. What is the negative? Composed. Works more efficiently. We'll take it. So we've been able to do away with their negative trait with a positive. Rehab center. Very busy place. More decisions to make. More simple solutions. Additional 10 points or so to HQ. Now standing at 95 once again after we spent those, 12 points or so. The general freight is enough for us. We're going to be fine trying to cover these off. We've got 4 hours to go here. Positive, another positive event without any positive twist on it. The alcohol is enough to get us there. It's just the how fast can we produce thing. Starting to wonder if we need to pull somebody off. This is our guy we moved. He moved from like night shift to day shift when we shifted him, but I think he'll be okay. He's got just a few hours left to go on his shift. The big one is the engineers on this project, because they've got 3 hours to finish it. As long as they don't go rest within that 3 hours, it'll easily get done in time. We are getting trauma medicine, I think. It's not the train. The train's 5 minutes away. The trauma medicine came from our trucks, scout trucks. The 2 depots that we had. Steve Rogers finished rehabilitation and is fully recovered. Dang. Okay, Captain America heading to headquarters. We're gonna have a special assignment for you. 1 hour left on the upgrade. 11 hours left till the final attack. 1 hour left till the end of the shift. 2000, 8 p.m. Warehouse enhancement 2 construction is finished. That's increasing our capacity. The reason why I did that one, if you remember from last episode, or if you don't remember from last episode, is that you start a chapter with everything like maxed out. So increasing the capacity now, the big, long, expensive upgrade to increase the capacity, means we're going to start the next chapter with a whole lot of additional resources as a result, and that was the purpose to doing that one. And we're only -9 now on the trauma stuff. We're only -10 on the or general, -10 on the trauma, and -6 on the chemical. Getting pretty close here, but in the meantime, the big trick is just try to keep everyone alive and keep the pace going, keep the stuff rolling. The alcohol's thinning out a little bit, but it's not too bad. Positive event, still no bonuses. Next train is 10 hours away. More guys for HQ, going from a +16 to a +24, so 8 more points. 118 now. Oh man, we've flown through there. It would be really nice if we had some staff points, but a positive event, but another relatively harmless one. Under 7 hours to go, we have a new ambulance coming in with another patient, but that CCS is down to just 9, and now a 10th and 11th? Yes, 10th and 11th patients, so we got 2 additional patients. 6 undergoing operations right now. Both of the new patients are general surgery ones. Oh, negative event. Increased cost. Yeah, we'll do the increased cost. We'll need 2 more supply. I'm so grateful that I literally just checked that to know that we are that close to having it covered off. Freight's got us covered. It's really just that matter of, getting the supplies made. 5 hours. Chemical ward now has a positive balance. We are going to make it with that last patient starting their surgery here anytime. Trauma ward is down to a -7, and the surgery ward is down to a -16. So the 8 new points being half of what we have there. We are carrying some fatigue for some of our nurses, so let's go ahead and change that. We've got our medic teams covered. The engineers are covered. In fact, that project is done. There's 4 hours. I might be able to squeeze in a quick project, or add one here, and maybe we go 24-hour and have everybody working. I think this is going to be one of the quicker ones, and I think we might just about get it done, even though it says it's going to take 6.5 hours. You add 3 team members to it, and you're going to cut that essentially in half. So nurse rooms enhancement, so we've got room for more staff. Yeah, there you go, 3 hours flat. They'll easily finish that. Chemical ward already had a positive balance. This last guy, for whatever reason, they weren't starting the surgery, so I'm trying to put him on a different doctor to see if that takes care of that. Trauma ward, so far it looks like we've got a chance to save everyone, and we are still in that process, and we now have a positive balance in the trauma ward. And meanwhile, the surgery ward, still a negative balance, but it's down to just a -10, so it is growing rather rapidly, and in due time we'll be able to get all of them covered. In fact, if they're already operating, we might shift this one up here just to get through them that little bit faster. Rehabilitation center, I've already cleared out everything we had with more HQ. Military drafts is up to 139. I mean, we're just flying through that part. We have plenty of upgrade points and plenty of points to get those supplies when we need them, but for the time being. I think we did the right thing on ordering that little bit of supplies because it did push us over that edge. And we still have just that -5. We're already down to just half an hour on that, and just an hour here. I've recently just had a lot of negative events. After having none all episode, we've had 5 or 6. Here we go. 1 hour before the attack. Comes a little bit early. The nurse room's enhancement is complete. The battle has taken place, but we still have half an hour still ticking by. I suppose we do want to send some medic teams, so let's slow this down and we'll change our assignments here, get some medic teams on to the advanced dressing station. We're down to 76 awaiting burial, by the way, and there's 249 dead all time here. These guys are extremely exhausted, so recover. I think they were already resting as it were. Let's go ahead and shift that to a 24-hour shift. Take the fresh one and move them to the ADS. And I think we'll have to put 24-hour here as well. There's just 8 there, so we'll leave 2 at the CCS, 1 resting, and get them on task. And close to collapsing, let's give her a rest. The casualty number was a lot higher. It was already ticking up to 33 and counting because it was a big fight. But our HQ orders, 23rd August, 1918, 6 a.m. Germans shift their focus to another part of the front. We should not expect any more German attacks in the next few days. We managed to survive. That is Chapter 2 complete. That is 332 patients saved, 157 patient deaths. We took in 80 civilians, and we were humanitarian efficient at more than 2-to-1 saved versus lost, so better than 66% survival rate. 175 was our overall positive balance in the end for the chapter. That makes plus 51 for the episode. That made plus 56 on the previous episode, meaning over just the last 2 episodes, after finally handling the Spanish flu pandemic, we were able to turn things back around and save an additional over 100. That's a good haul, a 175 net positive for the chapter. It's definitely well on our way to our goal. Helped us out quite a bit. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.